Hey, Hockey fans, how's everybody doing? Game 5 back in Tampa. Montreal forced a Game 5. Tampa is 15-7 in these postseason playoffs right now. Vasilevsky listed to be in net. They're on a current one-game losing streak. Montreal, obviously, current one-game winning streak, ended Tampa's winning streak. They're 13-8 with Price listed to be in net. Game 4, Montreal squeezed out a win, 3-2 in overtime. I had picked Tampa on the puck line -1.5, so that obviously didn't pay. And then I went under 5, and that was a push. Game 4 was an entertaining game. Josh Anderson, he opened up the scoring for Montreal in the first period, and then he got a second one in overtime when he won the game for the Canadiens. He was also named the first star of the game, and rightfully so. He did play a really, really good game. Some stats from Game 4. Shots on goal were 34-21 in favor of Tampa. Hits 36-35, a slight edge for Tampa on the hits. Power play, no one successful there. Bolts were 0-5 on their power play, and the Canadiens were 0-1 on their power play. Montreal definitely made it interesting for their home base fans, and it was quite the win at home. Especially when it went overtime, they had to kill over half of a double-minder to begin overtime at the beginning, and then they end up winning the game. So, I mean, the fans, obviously, it was a celebration and a party in Montreal. Montreal now has an impressive 6-1 record in overtime in these playoffs. Price had a great game and was his calm self, reading the puck really well. The defending champs, Tampa, they actually have a terrible 0-4 record in overtime in the playoffs. And I said at the beginning of this video that I think Montreal squeezed out a win. And what I meant by that is Tampa definitely didn't have any bounces going their way in Game 4. The posts behind Price were obviously his best friend in Game 4. And some would probably argue that the posts should have been named the first star of the game in Game 4, but regardless of what anyone says, Montreal won the game, and that's how it'll go down in history. An overtime win for Montreal to push it to a Game 5. And it was last year in Game 5 when Tampa could not maintain a one-goal lead. Dallas came back, put it into overtime, and then in the second overtime, Dallas won that game from a goal from Corey Perry. Corey Perry obviously now playing for Montreal. He scored that goal in the second overtime period. Tampa came back after that game, and in Game 6, they played a really good game, and they won that game 2-0. So now Game 5 back in Tampa, and as long as there is not some crazy storm that makes things unsafe, I think Game 5 will be played in front of a packed stadium with friends and family and fans. It'll be loud and definitely an advantage for Tampa. And Tampa is also a crazy 14-0 in a game following a loss in playoff hockey dating back to 2019, and we'll see if they can keep that going strong. Vasilevsky has proven to be one of the best goaltenders in the league, in my opinion. He's 11-1 is his record against Montreal heading into this Game 5. Kucherov, he's obviously going to be looking to help the team and adding to his points, which sit at a total of 32 right now, which is just crazy. Hopefully Point, instead of hitting the post, will put it in the back of the net in Game 5. And I know you have to know the Canadiens are going to come at this game with a high level of desperation, and they're going to be giving it all they got. And I think Game 5 is going to be electric. It's going to be hard hitting and just a good leave everything on the ice kind of hockey game, and that's the way a final should be played. And at the end, though, I think the Bolts are going to raise the cup. For the second consecutive year, I'm going Bolts puck line again. That's how much I believe in that, and I just think they're a strong team. -1.5 pays 2.2. So I'll take that here tonight, and I'll stick with the under. I know a lot of them have been pushes, but push is a push. Better than a loss, but it pays 2.05. And I see a low-scoring game for this Game 5, so I'm going to go under, pays 2.05. I'm going to go Bolts, puck line, -1.5, pays 2.2. And I look to see Tampa raise the cup and call it a season. Hope everyone enjoys this Game 5. Good luck with your picks. Thanks for watching. And if I don't talk soon, we'll talk next season. Thanks.